Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Jessica Bruce.
I'm Nicole O'Sullivan with the O'Sullivan Bruce Group. Welcome back to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update, brought to you exclusively by Lake TV.
What are you guys doing here?
We got tired of seeing you every month. We thought we'd take it over.
What are you going to talk about?
Buyers. Hey, works for me. I can take a day off.
Same. I got plenty of calls to make.
All right, good luck.
See ya.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Market Update. I'm Blair Ziegler.
I'm Eileen Bisches.
I'm Brianna O'Sullivan with the O'Sullivan Bruce Group. So how are you guys feeling now that it's finally fall?
I am so pumped that fall is here. I can't even tell you how excited I am.
Yeah, I'm excited. After summer, it was crazy, and now we're finally catching up on stuff.
Yep, getting to wear sweaters and getting our boots out.
And it's a change in the year, but it's also kind of a change for buyers that are looking for homes in the market.
And speaking of buyers, this lakefront property located in the heart of Osage Beach is looking for one. At 4504 Cove Road, this property has 5 beds, 3.5 baths, perfect for a large family, and comes fully furnished, so all you gotta do is pack your bags.
And right now is really a good time to be a buyer in this market. What do you think the busiest months of the year are for buyers?
I would have to say May, because everyone's wanting to, it's like go, go, go. Everyone's wanting to be in by summer, have everything done, and just enjoy the lake. So I think May.
Yeah, I would say May, or like people just get down to the lake in May, and then June is when they're buying. Maybe they finally found a house and they get in there. You know, everyone wants to be in by 4th of July or something like that. So probably like May, June, July.
Well, as busy as those months are, it actually is not just July, but October is one of the busiest months of the year. People are looking for bargains. They are looking for possibly some choices that people are listing at the end of the summer. They're done using the property, so they have some options there. There is just a lot of activity for buyers, and it is a really great time to buy.
Well, and a lot of families, you know, they send their kids back to school, so now they're getting serious. They don't have to just come down and vacation anymore. So I can understand why October would be one of the highest.
It definitely is. And days on the market is something to watch as a buyer as well, because that gives you more buying power when you go in to make your offers. So again, the fall, specifically October, toward the end of October, really, really active. Great time for buyers. You can get your best bargains during that time.
And I know we were talking earlier, now is a really good time for buyers to start coming in town.
Yes, we were. So the market is leveling off as we're going into the winter months. So your buyer pool is smaller, so you have less competition. So really you start the process about 2 months earlier than all of the other buyers. So you have less competition, you can get in there, start the process, figure out what you want, feel the market out, and then whenever it's time to deal, you'll know exactly what you're looking for.
I know it's a great time, but one of the other things we might want to consider would be contingencies in contracts.
I know we were talking earlier, I mean, even if you are competing for a home, I know it is slowing down like Brianna mentioned, but if you are competing, you may want to consider, you know, like waiving your contingencies. Some sellers might want a longer closing date, so always keep that in mind. I know we like to ask other agents what their clients, like if they have a preference on close date, if it's cash versus financing, things like that. And I know, I mean, I'm sure you guys have had the same issue this year, but I had several people that at first they didn't want to waive contingencies, such as like inspections, things like that. They lost out on 1 or 2 homes, but then they finally listened to me, and then we finally got them a home under contract because they did waive those contingencies.
Yeah, definitely a consideration.
Yes, this summer was so crazy. I would have clients that would have to waive everything just to get the home that they wanted. So now that the market's leveling out, we don't see that as much going into the winter months.
Yeah, and if you do waive contingencies, I mean, I think we do need to do some due diligence and make sure at your showings that you are inspecting things that you might not always think about. So we're gonna show you that right now.
And before considering even writing up an offer, it is very important to check the subdivision rules and regulations. If you are an investor or maybe even out of town that even has considered renting, it is very, very important to make sure to let your realtor know so they can pull those guidelines to make sure you can rent. The lake is on fire with vacation rentals. It would be terrible if you bought a beautiful property to only find out you couldn't rent and make money on it.
So another thing to think about while you're at your showings is the functionality of the kitchen. Does the oven open all the way? Do the drawers open all the way? Are you having problems opening that dishwasher? I mean, it would be terrible to buy a house and not even realize you couldn't open the dishwasher all the way until you've already moved in. Another important thing to consider while you're at your showings is the bathrooms.
One of the things you want to look at in the bathroom is the water pressure. That could be a deal breaker for many families. Also, you can take a look above you at the ceilings, especially the corners, and also if there is a bathroom right above you or any kind of an additional kitchen, a lot of times that's an area where leaks will occur. So that's a good spot. Just use your eyes, take a look, and see if there's any stains. Luckily, this room has none. Let's go check out the closets.
Another thing to consider is closet space. The lake is typically known as a second home market, but lately we've seen an influx in full-time residents. So closet space is very important as you will need to store your winter coats and all your different seasons. Weekenders just pack a bag and just come down for a few days, so closet space won't be as important to those buyers. When walking through your closet, take a look at the shelving. Is it custom built or is it shelves like these that can be moved to create your own closet that fits your needs?
I always tell my clients to also pay attention to the utility room. That's where you're going to take a look at the circuit box. You're not a trained electrician, not everybody is, but you have eyes, you can take a look, you can see if something doesn't look right, make sure that your HVAC system is supported in there, and all of your utility and other appliances. In the kitchen and also in the bathroom, make sure you have the right GFI outlets and also the right outlets that will support all of your appliances.
And take it from me, make sure the home has gutters. I currently do not have gutters at my own house and it has become a drainage nightmare, and I do not want the same thing to happen to you.
As you can see, as a buyer, there is a lot to consider.
And we just started scratching the surface today of what buyers need to know. There really is so much more.
An important part is choosing the right realtor for you, someone that is knowledgeable, hardworking, and has your back.
And we at the O'Sullivan Bruce Group would be honored if you chose us. I'm Eileen Vistus.
I'm Blair Ziegler.
And I'm Brianna O'Sullivan, and that's a wrap for this month's monthly market update.